What's up guys, Coach here, back with another video. And well, we're starting a math series on GCSE maths, as you can see. So we're doing that. So first we're gonna start with quadratic equations, because that's one of just like the main things. And these are basically given in the format ax squared plus bx plus c, and they're always equal to 0 basically, and 0 is y if you're plotting a graph. So for example, if you had I have an example here, x squared, so that's 1x squared, the a is 1, x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So if I plotted this on the graph, x squared plus 5x plus y is equal to y basically. So then I'll plot the graph, and if you plot it, you can work out where it would intercept the x-axis. But to get the exact answer, what you can do is physically work it out. So there's a few different ways of working out, but today we're going to work out by factorizing. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by, as it's x squared, it's going to be clearly x times x. Now, to make more sense, when you're factorizing, this times this times this number, this times this number, and this number times this number. Once you times them and basically simplify it down, you'll be able to tell if it's if you factorize it correctly. So let's just cross that out right now. So let's go to a green pen if this works. So I'm going to do x. Hope you can see. Yeah. So we've got x and x. So x times x would be x squared. Now, these two numbers are going to times to 6. And when you add them, they're going to equal to 5. Because this number times that number is something x. And this number times this number is something x. And when you add them, you're going to get 5x. So instantly, I'm going to go for plus 3 and plus 2. As in plus, as in they're positive numbers. Because if you make them both negative, they'll times to minus 6. But when you do 2 times x and 3 times x, will be minus 5x. Because if you do minus. So yeah, 3 times x is 3x. 2 times x is plus 2x. And 3 times 2 is plus 6. Which is x squared plus 5x plus 6. So that's factorizing basically. If we're on a fresh page, so we got x, so when we factorized it, we got x plus 3 times x plus 2. Now, this is a factorized version of the original quadratic equation, which was equal to 0. And before you start, you always want to have the quadratic equation equal to 0. Yeah. So what you do is realize that either one of these or both of these basically are going to be equal to 0, one of them or both of them. But you don't need to use any further logic, because all you have to do is write x plus 3 and x plus 2, and then what you're going to do you make them both equal to 0, and then you find both of the values of x. So x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to minus 2. So what does this tell you? Well, these are the two answers. My textbooks always have two answers. Sometimes I have none, sometimes I have one. And I can explain that later. But yeah, this is the answer. So this is where the graph would intersect the x-axis. X is equal to minus 3, so somewhere here and somewhere here. And because it's not minus x squared, it's going to be like that shape, not that shape. If you go, not like that sort of shape. If you get what I'm saying. So it would cross like here and go up here. So that's how you solve quadratic equations. Sorry if it's a bit messy. Now, there's more to do with quadratic equations. So they can be given in so for example, if I gave x squared plus 7x plus 6 is equal to minus 3, you can't work that out until you make the quadratic equation equal to 0. So you're gonna add 3. So x squared 7x plus 6 plus 3, because the minus 3 is taken to this side, which is equal to x squared plus 7x plus 9. And then you'd factorize it and work it out. On this page, I'm going to tell you how to use something called the general formula, or the quadratic formula. So I just write that down. General formula. And what we're going to do is we're going to work out how to do that. So that one will require a calculator. So if you're doing the general formula, you probably want a calculator with you. But anyway, for now, guys, thanks for watching the video, and yeah, I'm Crazy out. Peace.